Chapter 33. Adelmo's mind raced as he pondered his next words. He wanted to engage the waitress in a conversation, hoping to satisfy his curiosity. With a sense of urgency, he finally spoke up, his voice filled with intrigue. "Excuse me, do you have a moment? I have a burning desire to ask you a few questions." The waitress, sensing the importance of Adelmo's inquiry, glanced around the bustling restaurant. She assessed the situation, gauging how much time she could spare before tending to the other customers. After a brief moment of contemplation, she turned her attention back to Adelmo and responded, her voice tinged with curiosity. "I can spare a few moments. It seems like everyone is doing fine for now." Eager to delve into the realm of the supernatural, Adelmo seized the opportunity to satisfy his curiosity. He leaned in closer, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. "Tell me, do you believe in the existence of vampires and werewolves?" he asked, his voice filled with a mix of excitement and skepticism. The waitress, aware of the town's fascination with the paranormal, took a moment to gather her thoughts. With a knowing smile, she replied, her voice carrying a hint of conviction. "Well, you're in a town that thrives on the whole paranormal concept. With Dracula's castle as our main attraction and various other eerie elements, it's hard not to be a believer." Adelmo pondered the question and responded, "Are you suggesting that they still exist, or are they merely a part of history now?" The woman's eyes gleamed with conviction as she confidently replied, "I firmly believe that they are still among us, although their presence remains elusive as they only emerge under the cover of darkness." With a mischievous smile, she continued, "However, there have been rare instances where they have been spotted during daylight hours." Adelmo's curiosity piqued, and he leaned in closer, his eyes widening in anticipation. "What do you mean?" he inquired, eager to unravel the mystery. The woman's voice lowered, as if sharing a secret. "Well, under certain circumstances, if the clouds above are thick and ominous enough, they can venture out during the day, just like any ordinary human. However, they are vulnerable to direct sunlight, and only the presence of dense clouds can shield them from harm." As Adelmo absorbed this newfound knowledge, his mind raced with possibilities. The existence of these elusive beings, concealed within the shadows of the night, fascinated him. He couldn't help but wonder about the secrets they held and the reasons behind their nocturnal habits. The woman's revelation had opened a door to a world he had never considered before, leaving him eager to explore further and uncover the truth behind these enigmatic creatures. Adelmo pondered to himself, his mind racing with the question of how he could possibly distinguish them from the rest of the crowd. Frustration etched across his face. He finally voiced his query, "Is there any way to identify them amidst the sea of ordinary people?" In response, she leaned in closer, her voice hushed yet filled with knowledge. "There are indeed numerous signs, but unless you actively search for them, they blend seamlessly with everyone else. Take, for instance, their superhuman strength, their unnaturally pale complexion, and if you ever have the opportunity to touch them, their skin feels as cold as a lifeless corpse. Moreover, their ability to heal at an astonishingly rapid pace sets them apart." Adelmo's brow furrowed, realizing the complexity of the situation. The challenge lies in the fact that many individuals can possess these characteristics, except for the super strength and accelerated healing, which they can effortlessly conceal, he admitted. Grateful for her insights, Adelmo courteously concluded, "Thank you for your time. I won't keep you any longer." The waitress smiled warmly, her eyes twinkling with a hint of mystery. "Anytime," she replied before gracefully continuing on her way. Adelmo's mind was buzzing with curiosity as he pondered further on the intriguing subject of these ideas. The more he thought about it, the more eager he became to have a conversation with his grandfather, hoping to gain some insight, even though he didn't expect much. After finishing his burger, he glanced at the time and realized that it was already late. With a sense of urgency, he made his way back to his grandfather's place to call it a night. As he settled the bill for his meal, Adelmo's mind was still racing with countless thoughts and questions. He couldn't help but wonder what more he needed to uncover or what revelations awaited him in this vast world of mysteries. The anticipation of what his grandfather might reveal to him only fueled his curiosity further, making him eager to delve deeper into the unknown. With each step he took towards his grandfather's house, Adelmo's excitement grew, his imagination running wild with possibilities. Despite the late hour, he couldn't shake off the feeling of anticipation and intrigue that consumed him. As he bid farewell to the day and prepared to rest for the night, Adelmo's mind was filled with a whirlwind of thoughts, eager to uncover the secrets that lay ahead in his quest for knowledge and understanding. As Adelmo arrived at his grandfather's residence, he eagerly stepped into the building. Spotting his grandfather, a warm smile spread across his face as he greeted him with a cheerful hi. Sensing the need for some solitude, Adelmo politely informed his grandfather that he would be retiring to his room for the night, promising to catch up with him in the morning. Expressing his gratitude for the day's experiences, Adelmo thanked his grandfather for everything he had done. In response, his grandfather nodded and replied, "All right, I hope you had a great time. Good night." Settling into his room, Adelmo found himself lost in a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. The events of the day played like a movie in his mind, leaving him in awe and disbelief. He couldn't help but question the reality of it all. Was everything he had witnessed truly genuine? Uncertainty filled his thoughts, leaving him perplexed and unsure of what to believe. As exhaustion slowly crept in, Adelmo's eyelids grew heavy, and he succumbed to a deep slumber. Dreams intertwined with reality, blurring the lines between what was and what could be, as Adelmo drifted off into a peaceful rest, ready to face the mysteries of the following day. The dream felt so real, as if he was actually there in that dark, eerie tomb. Adelmo's mind was plagued with questions and fear as he tried to make sense of the recurring nightmare. The image of the wolves lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce, sent shivers down his spine. What did it all mean? Why was he being drawn back to that place night after night? As he regained his composure, Adelmo's curiosity got the better of him. He cautiously explored the tomb, his hands trembling as he felt around for any clues. The casket out of place seemed to be a sign, a message waiting to be deciphered. And then, the discovery of the hidden opening at the back of the tomb sent a chill down his spine. Stairs leading down into darkness, beckoning him to uncover the secrets that lay beneath. With a mixture of dread and determination, Adelmo took a deep breath and descended the stairs. The air grew colder, the darkness enveloping him like a cloak. Each step he took echoed in the silence, a reminder of the unknown that awaited him. What mysteries lay hidden in the depths of the tomb? Adelmo's heart pounded in his chest as he ventured further into the unknown, his fear mingling with a sense of anticipation. Adelmo jolted awake, his body drenched in sweat and his heart pounding in his chest. The recurring nightmare had once again invaded his sleep, leaving him feeling restless and fearful. He couldn't understand why he kept experiencing the same dream night after night. It was as if his subconscious was desperately trying to convey a message, but he couldn't decipher its meaning.